We're almost ready here.
We can do also some bone reading. I have my hoodoo bones.
Okay,
we
cool.
Can do some...
Well, we are live now on Facebook. Let me introduce you. It's always like trying to launch a spaceship with all this technology. So greetings and welcome everyone to Psychic Mediums Live, where we talk about all things spiritual and paranormal. I'm your host, Kevin Paul, a psychic and medium in Washington, D.C. And today our topic is hoodoo, not voodoo. And my special guest is Andrés León from Mexico City. He's a Mexican TV personality and a hoodoo practitioner himself. And believe it or not, October is Hoodoo Heritage Month. So today we will learn about hoodoo and its cultural traditions and talk with Andrés about his unique journey with it. And if you have any questions for us, please place your questions in the comments section of this live broadcast, and I will get to them after our interview. And this show is recorded and will be placed on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, both called Kevin Paul Psychic Medium. So welcome, Andrés, and thank you so much for being on my show today.
Kevin, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here.
So Andrés, please tell everyone a little bit about yourself. I just gave you a quick intro, but about yourself and your journey to hoodoo. And then we'll talk about what hoodoo is and the history after that. So just introduce yourself to everyone. You're in Mexico City right now, correct?
Yeah, I live in Mexico City, but I travel one time to New Orleans because you are not really a true hoodoo practitioner if you didn't visit New Orleans at least once.
Exactly.
Once in your life. Totally.
I love New Orleans. It's magical.
Yeah, and then I think the most important roots of hoodoo are there. Also, some roots of the hoodoo, you never stop to study. Hoodoo has a lot of roots, a lot of stuff. It's very multitask thing, and it has a lot of stuff, and you never stop to study hoodoo because it is a lot.
We're always students in this spiritual world of learning, right?
Yeah, in hoodoo you have conjure, and you have root work, and you have many things, and there is a lot that there are millions books of hoodoo about.
How did you get started? How did you get started? Why did you get started in hoodoo?
How do I get started? Okay, I was studying like 7 or 8 years ago in Salem Witch Store and Coffee, and they have like in the first floor, in the down floor, they have like coffee, and that kind of stuff. It's like a witch coffee, and you have like elves and witches pictures and many stuff like that, and it's like scary coffee, you know, that kind of stuff. And you can ask for a cake with like a Ouija board cake and this kind of thing. And in the first floor, they give classes. And one day, I have a teacher, a very special teacher, and with her, I take all this witch knowledge. I take rune cards, and also other courses like a candle, witch's candle, and many other stuff. So one day she told me, Andres, I am studying a very interesting thing that I think you will like a lot. And I say, you teach me many things, but what are you talking about? And this is from United States, and it evolves herbs, and it evolves bones, and it's a lot of oils, and you pray, and you do a lot of stuff, but it doesn't. She always told me that it doesn't involve a lot of rituals. It's like you take your tools and you do you do your spell. And
Mm.
it changed my life, and it has an amazing formulas. And she told me like that I was like stuck totally in money, in money things, in money matters. And I Hoodoo helped me a lot with money. She said to me like that, no, and in love, and many places and many things about my life. And now I'm happy about I'm very excited to teach you this. So I will start this in, maybe it was like January of 2014, something like that. Um, and she said that to me, and I start to look before starting the course. I started to read about what Hoodoo was, because I was very curious about it. So I started to read Catherine Ironwood, which is one of the authors, very famous authors of about Hoodoo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I read, I see the videos of Madame Pamita. Madame Pamita, she is very famous also, and she do a lot of videos of Hoodoo and love spells and money spells. And
Mm.
so I started that way. And after that, I was so obsessed with Hoodoo, and I take the Hoodoo course number 1, which was like 7 or 8 months, and then Hoodoo 2 about souls and bone reading, and how to make mojo bags, which are like talismans,
Mm-hmm.
and also Hoodoo 3, where I study how to make jars and oil lamps. And Hoodoo is
No, we're going to look
very,
at some of those photos because I think you've sent me some photos and we can look at those towards the end so you can explain what they are and such. So it sounds like it really appealed to you because it was very simple and it really dealt with manifestations, what to bring into your life. Is that true?
yeah. The difference between Hoodoo and other um, kinds of magic, other kind of spells or different ways of doing it, it's that Hoodoo, uh, you awake the power of the plants, and you talk to the plant. And I never felt that before.
Oh,
um, I never felt that before, because you communicate with plants, you touch them, you feel them, you make a psychic bond between the plant and you awake it. And then the first thing that everyone wants is that your magic comes into the physical plane, because
right.
many witches say that I do many spells but all fail, or half of my spells fail. So with Hoodoo, you make a strong connection between spiritual and material world. That's what
Okay.
you do.
Excellent. So it's a spiritual practice and ritualizing a request or a manifestation. I want this, I want that. So it's a very easy way. And you're saying you're connecting with herbs, plants, using candles, using
Oil.
bottles and oils.
Yeah. And I love a lot the oil lamps of Hoodoo, the old ones, because they were very interesting. I love old things. Even when I go to New Orleans, I buy some stuff there. And uh, all this kind of thing. Oil lamps works very well because it has many things. It has oils, they have plants, they have petition papers. Very different when you write in a witchcraft. When you write a petition, normally you write, I want this, or I want that, or I have this, or I want that. In Hoodoo, you write it in circle. All in Hoodoo has a meaning. So you start a cycle and you close a cycle when you write your petition. And you close it, and then you write your name 3 times, and then you sign your petition paper, and then that attracts that it's a faster manifestation of what you want.
Okay. Nice. There's a lot of different ways of manifesting, and Hoodoo sounds like they have a very specific way of doing it. Let's talk about the history of Hoodoo, because Hoodoo has a very specific history. Now, it's different than Voodoo because Voodoo is a religion which came from Haiti, from the African slave trade in Haiti, and they've combined it with Christianity. Now, Hoodoo is completely different because Hoodoo is not a religion, it's a practice, correct? It's a spiritual practice.
Yeah, it is a spiritual practice which it was born in the 1800s, about 1800s, and many people say that it didn't start with Marie Laveau, but I say that it starts with Marie Laveau, you know, the voodoo queen, the hoodoo voodoo queen.
The Hoodoo Voodoo Queen, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think that. And it was a mix between African American practices, but also French magic, the way that the French people was practicing some magic, but also the husband of Marie Laveau, who passed away very young. He was a Haitian voodoo practitioner, but yes, the hoodoo has influence of voodoo. Of course, it has of African American practices.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, even I know that many African American practitioners of hoodoo, they feel offended that now it's very famous, and many people like here in Mexico is only starting the hoodoo practitioner, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But they are very jealous about this information, you know. They're very jealous. But in that time, Marie Laveau started to practice hoodoo. She take all this information from also from Indian American people, okay, from natives of from US, and all the animal power, the connection with the nature of the plants, and all this kind of stuff. They take it also from there, you know. And even Hoodoo has a big start in the Appalachian mountains. There is also a hoodoo which is called Appalachian Hoodoo Appalachia, okay, where it's born from the mountains. I don't study yet a lot Hoodoo Appalachia, but I know that it exists. And there is one writer which writes a lot of it. It's Jake Richards, and he writes about a lot of Hoodoo Appalachia and plants from there, and spiritual practices and this kind of stuff. So when you saw the picture of Marie Laveau, you saw a lot of what Hoodoo is. In Hoodoo, we don't. First of all, I want to say to the people that in Hoodoo we don't kill animals. No animal dead.
No animals are killed. That's a good thing. How are animals?
Many people ask that, you know, that
Right.
if we kill animals in our rituals,
You don't
we
use
don't do that. I don't know if other
rituals.
practitioners do that, but in all the books that I read, I never see that that you need to kill any living thing to make a ritual, you know. You use animal stuff. For example, one of the most famous amulets in Hoodoo, it's the chicken leg.
The chicken leg.
Yeah, Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but but it is, you know.
So they use it.
Yeah, we it gets the hero trait. I don't know how to say this properly, but you put it at the sun, and then when it gets dry, but you don't kill the animal. Forget it. Normally, you go to the food store and you
Oh,
say
to the
to
food store, right, right, right.
there, yeah, already killed. You don't kill it for that purpose. You know,
Mm-hmm.
difference of other practices. For example, I think in Santeria, you know, Santeria.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Santeria, they they do offerings of animals and they kill for their rituals
Right, for
because
the
their
rituals, right.
are fed by blood.
Oh, right, right, right. Well, this is hoodoo does not harm any animals, and it's just a spiritual practice.
Just a spiritual practice where you, as I say, you call to the plants and you call to the uh, to the oils and you awake them, and then and also it is you said one very important thing about hoodoo. In hoodoo you call the ancestors to help you.
Whose ancestors? Your ancestors, or is it your own personal ancestors, or are
No,
we
I use
talking about?
both. I use hoodoo ancestors and also I use my family ancestors. I
Okay.
use all of them because if you are practicing hoodoo, it's like someone invented something and then you don't call him. You don't say, this person, I recognize you. For example, I have Marie Laveau in my altar, and I give offerings to her. I give a tobacco offering, and I give her red candles because one of the most important things that she has been doing for many years that the people want. She became very famous because she was love spell practitioner.
Oh, she was a love spell practitioner. Nice,
She was
nice.
doing a lot of love spells.
Was she an African American slave from the United States? This woman that you were referring to?
Yeah, she was I have a picture of her. Maybe
Oh
some
yeah.
people want to know her and to see her.
Let's see. Oh, there, that's the famous one. And what's her name again?
Marie Laveau.
Okay. And she lived where? Where did she live? In New Orleans?
Yeah, she lived in New Orleans.
Ah,
She born in the 10th of September of the 18 1801. She born
mm, oh
that
wow.
date, and she passed away on 1881.
Okay. She lived a long life. Now, I was doing some research on the history so I could be a little more educated. I understand that, let's see, the work this, they're saying it's African American slaves who came to the United States. They felt that they needed something, some kind of ritualized work to protect them and to heal them from the traumas of enslavement. And they say you can see this in the routes used for traveling safely, and a container works used for protecting the home against physical violence, winning a court case, being overlooked by the law. So it's really a way, I understand that they wanted to protect themselves as slaves in a country that they were not part of the country at all. They were enslaved, and this is their way of kind of reaching out and trying to manifest safety and things that they want in their life.
Yeah, there is a very important hoodoo book written by um, Star
What's the name?
Casas. Star Casas, and the name of the book is Old Style Conjure. And she said
Conjuring.
all the things that you are saying to me now, okay, to the public, of course, also.
Claro. Yes.
And yeah, of course, the slave, the things, the needs of slavery was things like they created oils, for example, for law stay away, and of course to punish all the people who owns them, that were abusing them all the time.
Oh, right, right, right. Because they
And
really
this
had
kind of
no
food,
power, did they? They had no power back then. So this is their way of kind of empowering themselves through magic, right?
yeah, through magic. And you understand why they curse. Of course, now I don't practice hoodoo. It's both. It's black and white, so you can curse or you can
Oh, curse.
bless. So in
That's
the
right.
hoodoo
Bless or
practitioner,
curse.
yeah,
Mm.
you can bless or you can curse.
What do you think about cursing and karma? You know, what do they say about cursing and cursing others? And is there any karma, reaction to that?
Well, if we say that, if you say practical hoodoo, they say that they are that you can curse. In
You can do a
hoodoo,
curse.
they don't believe. If we attach to the real hoodoo, in hoodoo, they don't believe in karma. That's all.
Oh, they don't believe in.
But they don't believe in karma, of course. But they say that you can curse to someone that didn't do anything to you. Okay, they say that you can curse only if the person hurt you or did something to you. You have to be
Right.
conscious of, you cannot curse everyone. That person looked to me bad, and I will curse you, and I will curse the neighbor because put a piece of rotten banana in front of my door or something like that.
Mm.
You cannot do
Wow.
that.
So you say hoodoo, you can either do a curse against someone like my boyfriend left me and he's with another woman and I want to put together a hoodoo ritual, or I think they don't call it ritual. What do they call it? A hoodoo, what's it called?
Work.
Work or chores, because that's what they called, African American slaves had to do chores or work. So they would put together a work or chores against that person to have bad luck with their new girlfriend, right? And I've seen those before.
Yeah, you can say, I will fix you.
I will fix you.
Yeah,
Which
I will
usually
fix
isn't a
you.
good thing, right? It's never a good thing if they say that.
Or they say, I will cross you.
What does that what does that mean? Cross?
Crossing someone, cross, like cross. I will cross you.
What does that mean? I will do something bad or give you bad luck, or what does that mean
Um,
exactly?
I will explain, because this especially this thing has a deep meaning. Okay, crosses. When you talk about a cross, you are talking about a road cross. When two crosses are together,
Mm-hmm.
okay, two crosses are together, and this is about material world crossing with spiritual world. That's what
Okay.
you say. My will and the will of spirit world one. That's what you say is this cross. Okay, that's what you are. My will is that you have bad luck, and then the spiritual world has the same will, meaning I'm crossing you.
Okay, so this is the
Okay.
combination of the physical world and the spiritual world.
Now, also, when the practitioners of the devotees of Marie Laveau, when you want to ask her for a wish, or maybe you are working with something and you have stopped that spell or that thing that you are spiritually doing, you can go to the Marie Laveau's tomb. Of course, I don't have Marie Laveau's tomb next to my house, but you can do it with a paper, and you can write 3 crosses, 3, and this is the symbol of Marie Laveau. Okay,
Mm.
you are crossing your will with the will of spiritual world. You are putting your wish, what you want.
manifesting, and this is what I want. This is what we call manifesting, you know,
Yeah.
making
So
something happen, creating something that
yeah,
you want to happen, right?
yeah, you want to be manifested.
So what do you think about the, I've heard, I'm gonna add a little drama to this, that it should, this hoodoo is really only an African, you know, tradition for from African American slaves, and should only be practiced by Black people. That's what I saw the quote as. It's really for the African American people.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Okay, I think all the spiritual practices are for everyone, you know. Spirit doesn't have a color.
Oh, that's a
I
good
think
answer.
that.
Yeah, it doesn't have a color. But the purists are saying like this is only for Black people. This is from Black people for Black people. And I thought, well, that's interesting. But I like, you know, yes, spiritual, these things are, people have no color. You're right when it comes to spiritual practices. So I thought it was really interesting. But there are people who talk about that and they argue that, the purists argue that.
The purest Hoodoo practitioners. Yes, I hear so many times that stuff, and also there is a woman. She's white and she's blonde and she's very famous because she did a lot of videos about voodoo, about hoodoo, and she's very famous and she explains very nice. She's called Miss AVV, and I admire her a lot. And she many African American people write to her, why you do these videos? This is not for you. You are not. You are not. This is not for you. You don't belong here, and this kind of stuff. But I think not all the people believe that way. You know, I think spirituality are for all, and many of the hoodoo books I write are written by African American
Right.
people, and don't believe that hoodoo is shared for all.
Well, I have to say that I've been trying to get someone who practices hoodoo on my show for many, many months, and no one wants to talk about it publicly. So I want to thank you for for coming on my show and talking about it. It's just like, why is it so difficult to get people to talk about hoodoo or voodoo or chaos magic and all these other things? And people just don't want to talk about it. I find that really fascinating. So it's crazy out there in the spiritual world sometimes. So let's talk about, let's see, I think you've got some wonderful photos. Let me see, I think,
I have some
let's see
photos.
here. You sent me some, and I'm going to see if I can use technology here to, let's see, which one, let's take this one.
Okay.
What is this one? Explain to everyone what's going on here.
Okay. This is a bottle. This is a bottle of for a love spell, and you put inside some Florida water, and
Florida water, okay.
yeah, I put some Florida water, and I put some herbs for love, like Jamaica. You know Jamaica?
Jamaica is no.
Jamaica is a red herb which is very famous here in Mexico, and you use it for making water for drinking. But Jamaica for hoodoo, it's I think in US they call it hibiscus.
Oh, the hibiscus, right? A hibiscus. Okay. So you put in,
Hibiscus is
you're
for
using
love.
a plant in there as well. Okay.
Yeah, hibiscus is for love for in Hoodoo, and also it's yeah, I put it there. Some Damiana. Damiana is for passion, and then you put all in the bowl, so you contain all this energy, and you feed your bottle with one candle each day for 7 days, and you pray on it every day, and then you invoke the ancestors of Hoodoo, and especially I call onto Marie Laveau always when I start a work, a root work.
Right. And so this is one every day for 7 days. The manifestation is to bring a loved one into your life, or to bring more love into your life.
This one is for a client.
Okay, so
This
they
one
wanted to
is
bring
for
someone specific. They want to bring somebody into their life, right?
yeah.
Okay.
This I think this work, especially this work, it was for reconciliation,
Oh,
and
reconciliation.
to get close to the person she loved most.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Let's go for another one here and see. Let's see here. There we see. This one looks, let's see. There's so many good ones here. How about this one here?
Okay. Oh. Okay, that work is especially for you put some burned white rose petals, and you awake this plant for putting away someone, okay, to get away, to rid off
Oh,
someone.
to get rid of someone in your life. Like, I don't want this person in my life anymore, whether they're your boyfriend or a friend, or you want them to go away,
Or a
right?
bad neighbor, could be also.
Oh, not to kill them, but just to get them away from you, right?
You're This is not a curse, okay?
Okay.
If I am honest, I don't do. Maybe I will be judged by Hoodoo practitioners, but I really don't like to curse people.
Okay.
Me, yeah, but that's me. Most
Right, right. That's wonderful. Now, what's in there? Is that a lemon?
there is a lemon. Yeah, you have pins with blackheads.
Oh, pens with black heads. Okay, and the lemon. And what's the
And
liquid?
then
Tea or something?
the liquid is vinegar.
Vinegar. Oh, vinegar.
Yeah.
And
So the purpose of all the elements here is that the person that you are working with feels uncomfortable when this person thinks about you, or get near to you,
right.
or wants to make damage to you, and immediately feels uncomfortable, but very, very uncomfortable.
Ah, so this will make them feel uncomfortable when they think about you or want to think about doing something or
Get
whatever.
near from you, or want to speak to you, and immediately feels like being rejected. When I want to go away from here. I
Okay.
want to be near from this person, never anymore.
And you don't have to pray to this or anything, but you just have to have it in your house for a while, or for as
Yeah,
long as
you have to pray to all your works, and normally in Hoodoo you pray psalms. You pray psalms. You pray to your ancestors, of
pray
course.
to
You
the
pray
souls. Right.
Marilavo. You pray you pray also to the when you do a work for a client, you don't pray your family ancestor. You pray his family ancestors to help you, and also the ancestors of Hoodoo, Aunt Caroline Dye, and they're those who I pray more. Aunt Caroline Dye, and also Marie Laveau.
And
Oh, this is
what about this photo?
oh, this one is very also very a very special work that I do. This is coconut candle with 3 flames, coconut candle.
Okay, made
And
from a coconut, right?
you know that coconut is for opening. It's a very strong road opener. So it opens roads when you want to find. This one was for a client to. He had a project to put solar panels, solar, but the government was making him a lot of blockages.
Okay.
So I did this work, and it has also pepper, some pepper, and especially this pepper brings good luck to you. And 3 flames, the meaning of the 3 flames is to connect to had a strong connection to the universe, so you can manifest exactly what you want.
So the 3 flames is extra power for the manifesting of what they wanted. In this case, it would be solar panels, right?
Yeah.
And not to get the government involved anymore.
Yeah. But also this work has star anise, which brings very good luck, because the star anise has there are stars, and stars, the meaning of a star is that you grant a wish.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what else was interesting you sent me here.
Okay.
About this one.
Okay, this is one of the most famous works in Hoodoo, which are a Hoodoo lamp. Hoodoo lamp, and of course, it's not an antique Hoodoo lamp as I want to have. One of these days, I will find one. I know that. But for now, I use glass bottles for make my my oil lamps. And normally I do a work with an oil lamp for. Normally I do 21 days oil lamps, because I let them to consume by 7 days, and then I put oil again, and then I work for 7 days, and then put oil again. But not only oil, you put herbs. You put herbs. For example, that oil I put bay leaves for success, and this one has a success oil lamp. For I think it was for an actor, but I'm not totally sure.
What kind of oil is in this jar?
Normally I use olive oil, because olive oil represents gold, money, abundance, prosperity.
Okay. I love olive oil. I love it even more now. And so this is, all right, so this was for someone, what do they want to manifest? Something into their life, or give them good luck, or both?
I think that person wanted a job, but a job in television, in TV, in
Okay.
cine, and that kind of thing. And he get it, of course. After 1 or 2 months that I did this job, he get exactly what he wanted.
Oh, wow. So that's a good. Let's see if there's one more here. Which one should I bring up here? Oh, this one looks interesting.
Okay, these 2 are different works. One of them are school candle, which we cannot see very well, but one of them is school candle. Yeah. And school candle,
like escuela, school.
No, school like bone,
Oh, skull.
skull,
Oh, that's right, skull.
skull candle.
Oh, a skull candle, which means it's in the shape of a skull. The head.
Yeah, the head. So skull candles are for influencing the mind of someone.
Influencing the mind, of course, because the mind or the brain is in the skull.
Yeah, of course. This is a very famous thing about Hoodoo, because you put inside of your candle, you put petition paper, but also you can write on the skull, on the wax, and you can put, for example, this was one for an ex-wife. An ex-wife pay me for doing this work, and she asked me to get rid of his ex-husband who was bothering her a lot with
Okay.
money and many stuff. So I did this. I did this ritual, and the school is manifesting so fast if you work it well, of course.
Okay.
It's
So this.
also a 7 days work. So you call on this school, and you say, no, you say to the school, you are not more a wax skull. You are the head, the thoughts, and the mind of, and you say the name of the person, and
Okay. In this case,
you,
it
you
was her
bless,
husband, her ex-husband.
yeah,
Oh,
you bless
and
this school candle. So you say to it, you are not more a wax candle. You are now the mind and the head of this person, and then you command to it to do what you want.
okay, and you can buy these skull candles in stores, right? Or do you have to make them?
Normally, you can find them here because in Mexico we have a lot of witchcraft tradition. So
And the
the
Dia
witchcraft
de los
traditions of Mexico
Muertos
are
and
very similar to hoodoo.
okay, right. It's very. I find that very similar. That whether it be curanderas or whatever, there's a lot of overlap. I see. Interesting. Now I want to.
Shamans also, we have a lot of shamans here.
Yes, I know. A good friend of mine is one here, and she's from Mexico. And she lives here, and she's amazing. Wendy, and I've interviewed her before on her work. I want to ask you some question on the Hoodoo and Facebook. Of course, in Facebook you can have a lot of different groups, and there's a Hoodoo group that we met on. And there's some funny comments or
Yeah,
questions. Someone said, "Has anyone done the toilet tissue spell? How did it work for you? I just did it for the first time. Hoodoo spell taught me when I was very little." We'll go into details. So, what is a toilet tissue spell? You know what a
Well,
toilet tissue is?
if I am honest, I never tried toilet paper tissue spell. I never, but I think it's also about get rid of someone. I know the
Like
spell of
flushing it
I
down
know
the
how to
toilet.
make you know this is very interesting in hoodoo work. When you want to do a work that when you want to get rid of someone, you can also use candles on your bathroom to get rid of that person. You can put a black candle, and you can use also some you can also use some very famous powder in hoodoo, which is called hot foot powder.
Hot for the foot?
Hot foot powder.
Oh, okay, for your feet, right?
Yeah, so you get away the person that you want
Oh,
to
okay. You don't put it on, but you have it, right? In a container.
yeah, in a container, of course.
You don't put it hot foot powder. Must be chili peppers or something.
Also, in the culture of hoodoo, you should candle everything that what you do before using it. For example, if you make hot foot powder, you have to pray on it uh, and be very specific on what you want about that powder.
Okay, right. Imbue
For
it with
example,
the magic and
one of
intention.
the ingredients of that powder are sulfur.
Mhm.
So you have to ask the sulfur, and you say, "Sulfur, I awake you to in the name of God and my ancestors and my angels." So you the person that I want to get rid of smells bad when I am near of this person, and this person wants to go very far away from me, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you call Pepper, Pepper, I call on you, and Red Pepper for I want you to that when these persons get near from me, it feels itchy and feels very very uncomfortable when
Okay.
it gets near from me.
Okay,
For
so you
example,
really work with you talk with and work with the intention for each of the elements and the
each
herbs and everything.
of the ingredients that you what you will,
Everything
and
is,
when you
so it's
end,
very purposeful. Very nice. Very purposeful. And I
yeah,
see
and then you use this amazing thing.
we call them mortal and pestle.
Yeah, you murder on pestle all the ingredients, and then you make powder, and then you put it in the bottle.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I have many. I have a lot of formulas. For example, this one is made with dragon's blood. This is a formula that I made with dragon's blood for increase the power of my spells in Hoodoo.
What is dragon's blood? Is that from an animal or a lizard?
No. You know, I don't use animal things for my
Great. Yeah. Why do
spell.
you call it? What is dragon's blood? What is it? What's in it?
Okay, dragon's blood is a resin, tree resin.
Oh, a tree resin. Okay. A tree
Okay,
resin. Okay.
yeah, and
Dragon blood. Okay. I was like, this sounds like, Harry Potter almost, right? Dragon's blood.
dragon's blood are from the tree is from England, you know,
Oh, okay.
and it's called dragon's blood because it's very very red. It's like blood.
Oh, okay. Got
Blood.
it.
It
So
looks like blood,
it makes the,
but
and you
yeah,
said
it makes it red. Everything it's red when you have dragon's blood.
so more powerful, more powerful. Oh, I
Yeah,
was
you
just
have
looking at,
more power in your spells in all your spiritual stuff.
got it. Oh, I'm just
And
looking at one of the
very
comments
useful
from this.
in Hoodoo. In Hoodoo, you use it a lot.
Okay, dragon's blood, which is a tree resin. Okay, cool. I just wanted to mention the toilet paper spell. Someone commented, I did the toilet paper spell to shut up my upstairs neighbor who did some radio show from 10:30 at night till 2 o'clock in the morning. She said, I wrote down a shut up spell, be quiet from 10 till every time before I go to bed, whipped it and flushed it down the toilet. She says it worked. So she would literally flush it down the toilet, right? When you write on it, your intention, right?
Yeah, well, I always say that in magic, the power of intention is the most important thing
I
of all,
agree.
because the
I always
intention keeps the universe to move in your favor.
I
Okay?
agree. Intention is important and ritual is just as important. And so hoodoo is intention and ritual as well. That's really makes sense. There's someone that says, my spirit is being attacked by 2 family members. I need a spell to make this stop. Someone is saying spiritual bath, cleanse and do uncrossing work. So that's that crossing.
Yeah, crossing.
Crossing. The
But okay,
uncrossing work.
um, okay, I will recommend this person first to get a reading, spiritual reading, for to be sure that what is really happening to him or her. Okay, first of all, this is what we always recommend as Hoodoo practitioners: get a reading first. But if you feel that you want to clean your energy right now, then I know a very powerful bath that you can do. Okay, one is you can use rue. You know the herb rue.
Which one?
Rue, R-U-E, rue.
Rue. Oh, no, I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay, it's a very strong herb. I have it here some, and I want to show you.
It's an herb, right?
Yeah, it's an herb. It's a very powerful herb. And in Italian witchcraft, also it's called the queen of all herbs.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
In
Ruda.
Spanish, ruda.
Oh gosh, what is it in English?
Ru, R-U-E.
Ru. Oh, I've never heard of it. Interesting.
Yeah.
R-U-E, folks. Look
Powerful one, so you can add some ru to your bath, and you can put some white rose petals, and you can add also some rosemary herb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking rosemary. Interesting.
Yeah, rosemary is it's very cleansing. It's one of the most powerful cleansing herbs that exist in the world of herbs.
I'm gonna have to dry some and use some in a house cleansing that I'm going to be doing this week. Good. Thank you for that. Let's see if we have any questions from anyone. Let's see if we have any questions that, let's see here. See if we have any questions here. Oops. Let's see here. Hang over a second. Coconut wax or just coke. Oh, Wendy Mata was wondering about the coconut candle. She says, is that coconut wax or just the coconut top in the top? What is the difference?
No, there is, I think, at least here in Mexico, you cannot, I never find coconut wax.
No coconut wax. So you just use the coconut, cut it in
wax,
half and
normal wax.
Just regular wax in a coconut shell.
Wax, right? And but you also add herbs, and you also you add oils and some other stuff.
Okay. So my friend the Bruja is watching us, and she had some more questions. This question is, why is hoodoo not brujeria? What is the difference between brujeria and hoodoo?
Okay, the difference between, but there are many ways, there are many kinds of witchcraft. Yes, of course, hoodoo is witchcraft. Okay, but there are many ways of witchcraft. Okay, like Wiccan witchcraft or
right.
Yeah, there are many witchcrafts. Also, Santeria have their own witchcraft.
Right. But they're different, right? I mean, even how different, what is the difference between brujeria, for example, and hoodoo? Is there much difference at all? Well,
in hoodoo, right? We don't use star, like the pentacle, you know, the pentacle?
Yes.
We don't use pentacle, for example, like in witchcraft is very, they use it a lot, you know, the pentacle, for example. You don't call, you can call, for the difference in hoodoo, you call the God and the Son and the Holy Spirit for doing this, because, you know, Catholic practices are very mixed into hoodoo. I'm not Catholic, if I am honest with you.
Okay.
But sometimes I like to do psalms, you know, when I do my spiritual work in hoodoo.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see here. I think we're almost finished with our time here. See if there are any more questions here. Wooden stick ships internationally. People are saying hello. Wendy Mata. So it's hibiscus. She was answering our questions.
It's red one. It's a red herb and it's for drinking.
Okay. Hoodoo. What is it? So let's just do a recap on hoodoo, and then I'll let you tell everybody how to reach you and what services you provide, and then I'll do the same thing. But let's just do a quick recap. So Andres and I are talking about hoodoo and the history of hoodoo, which came from the African American slave movement of the 1700s and 1800s, their way of dealing with things that are going on in their lives, and how to make sure they protect themselves against violence, how to protect their loved ones. When you're being treated so poorly, you need ways to manifest things and protect yourself. And they make candles and use roots and herbs, and intention and ritual are put together. There is some bringing in of your ancestors, calling on your ancestors, whether they be the hoodoo ancestors or your own or both. It's about bringing your ancestors into the spell development, or which they call, what do they call it? Work or chores, which kind of goes back to the slave, African-American slave work and doing their chores instead of calling it spells. Let's see here. And there's so many different ways. And Andres doesn't deal with curses, but deals with blessings and making things manifest. Is that right, Andres?
Yeah, it's that right. I want to say also that some of the hoodoo practitioners, they use also dirt from cemetery. They use dirt from cemetery, and depending on what you want, they use this kind of dirt. For example, if you want to someone to get in love with you, you can use the dirt of a couple who is buried together, for example. Or if you want money, you can get some dirt from a bank man.
Oh, that's interesting. Right, from the by the bank, there might be some trees or some bushes
you
or flowers.
also an offering to the spirit of that person, so that person helps you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. So where do people go to learn if they want to pick up one book and to start learning about hoodoo? Which book do you recommend?
Okay, the book I can recommend, it's Old Style Conjure from Star Casas. Also, I give a course, the Hoodoo course, and so if someone want to reach me,
How do they do that? How do they reach you?
I will please to teach you Hoodoo work. They can reach me by WhatsApp. So I have my number is the cross little plus 52
The plus?
50 55 55 2 times 366 39881. I think I said okay. I will write it here in a piece of paper because I don't know if I say it well. I don't know.
So they can reach out to you on WhatsApp directly. Do you have a website or a email address as well?
Yeah, I have it.
I think we have it in our ad as well.
I have I can put it here also.
Alrighty. So you teach hoodoo and you do it, I guess, in Zoom, or you do it over the phone. And you also are a practitioner, so if people need, there it is, 5255, and then it's 3663981. And so you're in Mexico, and is that How do you spell it? Magia. Okay.
Magia.
MAGIA at Gmail.
Gmail.com.
Okay. Mágica is MAGIA, right? Mágica. Magia.
Magia. Like magic, but in Spanish.
Astromagic at Gmail, but it's in Spanish. Astromagica. Magia at Gmail. Okay, got it. I'll put that in the notes as well, especially when we go to YouTube. Great. So anything upcoming for you? Anything that you're doing that you want to advertise or talk about? What you're doing next?
What I'm doing next? Okay. The most recently thing I did in Hoodoo. You mean that?
Hoodoo, of course.
It's bone reading. I am doing bone reading.
Bone
the most
reading.
recently thing I am doing here, and I have this stick.
Ah,
I have this stick with tobacco offerings and these small bells. And this thing is for calling your ancestors before doing a bone reading.
a bone reading, like with bone, huesos,
With huesos, yeah.
with bones.
And also you
Are they chicken bones?
here I have you can see my bones, yeah.
They're chicken bones,
Right,
right?
you paint they're chicken bones. Of course, you don't kill anything for
Right.
getting
This is from the
your
grocery store.
bones. You just eat chicken, and then what's here is what you left after eating your
Right, of course.
KFC.
Delicious chickens. Right, right, right. I've got it. Got it. So these are ones that you do readings with. It's like runes or something where you throw them down and you read the bones, the combinations, how things look. So you do readings with those, right?
Yeah, you throw them over here, for example.
Ah,
I throw my bones here. For example, red are for fire, transformation, and all the stuff that is related to fire. And green is for material things, money, wealth. Blue are feelings, are love, intuition. And yellow one are communication, news, intelligence, school,
okay,
new
good.
things that you learn. And purple are for spiritual things.
Right, right. Oh, nice.
What
So
your ancestors want, your angels, all this stuff.
so that's how you do readings is with the chicken bones, right?
Yeah, with the chicken
Okay, cool.
bones. Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm going to put all your stuff in the comments as well, and so that everyone knows how to get in touch with you. Very good. Let me tell you what's coming up with me. So folks are interested in what's coming with me. Now, I provide psychic and mediumship readings. I don't do bones or runes or anything. I do offer free mediumship readings on Thursdays, and then you can sign up on my website, kevinpaulpsychicmedium.com. I also teach beginning psychic and medium students on how to develop their abilities. And I do it on a one-to-one coaching over the phone. So it's really personalized coaching. It's really important to have a good foundation when you do psychic medium work. And so that's what I love to do, is I love to teach. And my next show is going to be with Dr. Jim Gold, who's a professor of psychiatry at the University of Maryland School of Medicine. And I was recruited by him to be in his NIH, which is the National Institute of Health, funded research study on people who hear voices. And so they put the thing on my head. I was in an MRI and all these crazy things. And so I'm going to talk to him about what they're doing, why they're working and working on understanding psychic and mediums, and why is science now interested, and what are they trying to prove. My other show is going to be on Halloween. I'm going to talk about some of my paranormal stories and investigations that I have personally been on. So that's what's coming up for me. And I'll be doing those on Facebook Live and then posting them on my YouTube channel. So that's what's coming up with me. I took a little summer break from doing shows because I wanted to go and travel and have some fun around the country. And I did that. But now I'm back to work here, folks, on my shows. But I want to thank you so much, Andrés León from Mexico City. Thank you so much for sharing your information, your knowledge about your practice and journey in Hoodoo, and the things that you do, and explaining some of the spells, or what they call work or chores, with us, so people can understand a little bit about Hoodoo. We've heard the word Hoodoo, and now I understand it a lot better. And I thank you so much for helping us understand Hoodoo.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. I'm so happy, and I'm glad to share all this amazing knowledge which Hoodoo evolves. And and also to clarify many doubts that the people had about this amazing practice.
It has changed your life, you said. Thank you
It
so
changed
much.
my life in money, in money matters, and because many spiritual practices are only meditation, connecting with the spirit, and these kind of things, but they don't really manifest what you really want. So you need to have all your needs to be satisfied, so you can then truly connect with the spirit. Not doing meditation and thinking how I'm going to pay the rent tomorrow.
Right. I need to buy some food. So very practical. Hoodoo can be very practical with their manifestation rituals and this other work. So yeah, absolutely. Well, cool. I will put all of your information in the information so people can contact you directly. So thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much. See you soon, I hope.
Yes, we'll be in touch now. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.